to talk about this whole abaya thing that is making rounds, and I feel it is really sad. Like, it is really sad. I have tried to, get to the bottom of it, like how it all started. Some people will tell you it started with it's a leaked chat of some girl asking to do whatever it takes to own an abaya. And of course, there's also, videos of, it's just, there's a lot surrounding this whole abaya issue. Now, my problem here is we like to generalize. And I've said this a million and one times, you don't generalize. Because I feel generalization has gotten us to where we are today, that we're trying so hard to remove certain images from who we are, because of this whole generalization. Now, okay, fine, you guys saw a tweet, a message or whatever from someone that is begging to do whatever to get an abaya. That does not mean every girl wearing an abaya did that. Somebody made a misplaced tweet one time and said, every northern girl you see with an iPhone is a prostitute. And I'm like, really? Really? So we say such things, we don't understand the implication of these things. We just say them because we can tweet about it, We have KK followers, so we can do whatever. And I feel it is bad because right now, many girls' lives are being threatened for wearing an abaya. You cannot wear an abaya and walk freely. You come on the news, you find stories of a girl that wore an abaya getting bullied. It's either some guys are following her, throwing stones at her, doing stuff, Why? Why? Like, we always do these things. And then later on we say people are dying in silence. People don't come out. People don't do this. How do you expect people to come when we stigmatize things as little as an outfit? So because one girl was pleading to do whatever to get an abaya, so every girl that wears an abaya right now did the same thing? I feel it is really terrible, but it's so unfortunate. We're fond of doing these things in the north. I remember growing up, especially during Eid, whatever outfit you wear, God save you, you are not buying what every other person in that area is buying. You will be subject to mockery because there's a name that they would call it. We went from, at some point, there's the taro, there's there's different names, because if you're buying the same thing as everybody else, you guys are cheap or something like that. I feel it is bad. Let me be able to buy what I can afford. But we come and stigmatize any and everything. Abaya, to me, it's modest. It depends on, whoever is wearing it and what they feel or how they perceive that outfit. So for me, it's modesty. I wear it a lot. So you don't expect me to walk out on the street and someone is bullying me because I'm wearing an abaya for somebody's misplaced sentence or tweet. I feel it is bad. We've put ourselves in such a huge mess that right now, anywhere you open social media, they're talking about abaya and how it's getting out of hand. This is something we could have stopped in the first place. I woke up one morning and everybody's talking about abaya. I'm like, what's the fuss about abaya? What is the fuss about it? Now it has gotten to the extent where girls are getting bullied on school campus, on the streets, all over the place for wearing an abaya. And then we're saying it's getting out of hand. Is it getting out of hand? When we behave like that, what were we expecting? In a place like the North, I've always said it, we are gullible people. Little things trigger stupidity. And then before you know it, some misplaced tweet somewhere has caused chaos in another place. I saw a very disturbing video of a girl, being attacked because she was wearing an abaya. This girl was literally running for her life. They were stoning her, doing stuff because she's wearing an abaya. Because someone somewhere said, if a girl wears an abaya, she's a prostitute. How much is this abaya we're talking about? Like, we need to think. It's not everything a woman has that is gotten from prostitution. There are women that are actually working hard to make money, to make ends meet. And then let's not talk about those that come from rich homes. They are those whose family, brothers, fathers, uncles that will do anything for them than allow them go out to look for stuff. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Now it has gotten out of hand. Girls are being bullied on school campus. Girls are being bullied on the street for wearing an abaya. Since when is it a crime to wear an abaya? We start stupid and unnecessary trends that we can't deal with, and then later on we come back again on that same social media platform and start saying things like, this is getting out of hand, who started this joke? Some people said it's a preacher somewhere or something like that. I don't care who started this thing. What I care about is, why is it getting to this extent? Why? You sit there, you generalize everything. When it comes to women, it's like you people can't see past you being a woman. So you can't work hard to get what? How much is this abaya that is causing chaos right now? Some people use abaya as a sleeping gown, and then you are here talking about girls wearing abaya are prostitute. Really? You better check where you're coming from. Maybe that's you. But I see no reason why we'll exaggerate abaya issue to the extent that people's life is in danger. Like, people are being threatened for wearing an abaya. So now I will have a wardrobe full of abayas and I can't wear it out in Kano State or any part of the north because lunatic boys will not come and start throwing stone at me. Excuse you? Really? Haba. Everybody wears abaya. Abaya has no age limit. So why is it a problem right now? Why? Because of what? One leaked message, I mean one leaked tweet or one whatever. You just generalize it. Now girls cannot wear abaya in peace. That's the problem with generalization. That's just the problem. I personally have come across 2 preachers preaching about it. If your girl goes out and comes out back with a abaya, blah 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 blah, I'm like, calm down, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. But now look at it. We are back again on the table talking about it's getting out of hand. Something needs to be done. It shouldn't have been a topic. It shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. But now we're looking for something to be done. We need to stop it. We need to check ourselves. We need to. All this generalization issue is bad. Now look at it. Innocent girls are suffering the consequences. So I feel it's bad. We need to check ourselves. We need to watch what we do, how we do it, what we say, when we say it, and where we say them. Because it's really, really bad. This is something that's been going on since childhood in Kano State. During Eid, you would hear different kind of names. You would hear it. You would wear an outfit, you would go out, before you, like 2 minutes from your house, kids will gather behind you. What is happening? They want to mock your outfit. Why? Like, let me understand, why? And now you're mocking abaya because of you think abaya is expensive. Maybe it's expensive for you, but it's not for others. So if you can't afford it, don't come and make people that can afford it look stupid. That's really all I want to say. Generalization of any and everything is bad. Okay, it is bad. If you don't have an iPhone, don't come and make a misplaced sentence. All the girls that have iPhone are prostitutes. No, they're not. You can't afford it, just accept it. You can't afford an abaya. All the girls that wear abaya are prostitutes. No, they're not. If you can't afford it, okay. So we need to stop this. We need to really stop it. It's bad, it's getting out of hand, and I don't like it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Until I come your way again, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share my video. Plus, I would like to hear your comments on this issue. I'm sure many of you have come across this abaya video issues, and I'm sure you have opinions. So yeah, I would like you to drop your comments, and I would respond to them. Thank you. Bye.